Francesca by Hosier. Today we're going to look at another song by Andrew John Hosier Byrne, an Irish singer-songwriter who goes by the name Hosier. This is another song from his album from 2023 called Unreal Unearth. And this track is called Francesca. Now, the Francesca referred to in the song is Francesca da Rimini, who died somewhere between 1283 and 1286. Francesca was an Italian medieval noblewoman from Ravenna. In around 1275, she was married off to Giovanni Malatesta in a political arrangement. He was deformed in some way. And she fell in love with Giovanni's younger brother, Paolo, who was also married, and they carried on an affair for about 10 years. When Giovanni found out about the relationship, he murdered both of them. In Dante's Inferno, Dante meets Francesca and Paolo in the second circle of hell, which is reserved for the lustful. Francesca is the one who addresses Dante. She denies all personal responsibility for the affair, claiming that she was swept away by love, so she sees herself as a victim of love. Just a quote from the poem: "Love, quick to kindle in the gentle heart, seize this man with a fair form taken from me. The way of it afflicts me still. Love, which absolves no one beloved from loving, seized me so strongly with delight in him that, as you see, it will not leave me yet." She describes how love came upon them as they read together the story of Lancelot and Guinevere, that other great tragic illicit romance. The suggestion is that there was something fateful about the relationship, an inevitability to it. It was something neither of them could resist. So let's take a look at how Hosier deals with this relationship in this song.
Do you think I'd give up? But this might have shook the love from me, that I was on the brink. How could you think, darling, I'd scare so easily?
So even in hell, Francesca's love for Paolo is unbroken. Nothing as trivial as being condemned to hell could in any way affect her love for him.
Do you think I'd give up? But this might have shook the love from me, that I was on the brink. How could you think, darling, I'd scare so easily? Now that it's done, there's not one thing that I would change. My life was a storm since I was born. How could I feel any hurricane?
So there's a sense of defiance in Francesca in Hosier's version of the story. So she wouldn't change a thing. Her whole life's a storm, so why would a mere hurricane bother her?
Now that it's done, there's not one thing that I would change. My life was a storm since I was born. How could I feel any hurricane? If someone asked me at the end, I'd tell them put me back in it. And I would do it again. If I could hold you for a minute, and I'd go through it again.
So again, she affirms that if she had a chance, she'd do it all again. She'd jump right back in again. Whereas I think in Dante's version of the story, Francesca is denying her responsibility for this relationship. Here in Hosia's version, she's embracing it entirely as her own. This is something that she chose to do, and she would choose to do it again.
If someone asked me at the end, I'd tell them put me back in it. And I would do it again. If I could hold you for a minute, and I'd go through it again. I would still be surprised that could find it, turning it if I could hold you for a minute, and I would do it again. For all that was said, of where we'd end up at the end of it. When the heart would cease, eyes never knew peace. What good would it be on the far side of things?
So despite the ending of it all, despite the fact that her husband murdered both of them, despite all of that, again, she would just do it all again. What could it matter? It was all worth it. They never knew peace in their lifetime anyway, so what difference did it make that they ended up in the second circle of hell in a hurricane?
For all that was said, of where we'd end up at the end of it. When the heart would cease, eyes never knew peace. What good would it be on the far side of things? It was too soon. When that part of you was ripped away, a grip taking hold like a cancer that grows, each piece of your body that it takes.
The only regret that she expresses here is that it was all over too quickly.
It was too soon. When that part of you was ripped away, a grip taking hold like a cancer that grows, each piece of your body that it takes. Though I know my heart would break, I'd tell them put me back in it.
Even though she knows her heart would break yet again, she still wants to go back into it. I think this is very different from the idea that Dante was expressing. In Dante's version, Francesca seems to deny personal responsibility for what happened. She seems to find excuses for what happened. But in Hosia's song, she takes full responsibility. And she'd do it all again if she had the opportunity, despite the price that's being paid.
Though I know my heart would break, I'd tell them put me back in it. And I would do it again. If I could hold you for a minute, and I'd go through it again. I would still be surprised.
Heaven is not fit to hold a love like you and I. You and me, grammatically, Hosea, but still. Again, that defiance. Heaven couldn't hold this love, so let it be the second level of hell. Well, the production on that song is just enormous, gigantic, of cathedral proportions. So much so that at times the vocals are actually buried. And I think this gives the song a sense of both anguish and defiant celebration at the same time. On this album, this is perhaps the most clear and obvious reference to Dante's Inferno. And it reveals the way that Hosea is inclined to treat his source material. He's not a slave to that material. He reshapes it, recrafts it to meet his own ends, perhaps even to present a different message. He makes it his own. I think he turns Francesca into a figure to be both pitied, yes, but also admired. Let me know how you see things in the comments below.